Once we pass between the exceptionally tall trees, an unexpected sight appears before me. A ruin? Holding Saber, I look at the building with blank amazement. I don't know why, but this building in the woods is now a desolate ruin. We should be able to hide here for a while. Archer found this as a place to hide on our way here. I don't know what kind of nerve she has, but Tosaka enters the ruins. Well, I guess it won't crumble any more than it already has. I head towards the entrance, stepping over the rubble. How long has it been since it was abandoned? The building seems like a corpse desecrated by the forest. I assume here we will find secret treasures. Never mind. The entire ground floor is taken over by trees. The only usable rooms are on the second floor, and this is the best of those. Miraculously, the windows are still intact. I don't know how, but I can see the night sky from here. Huh, it's pretty clean in here. Maybe someone was staying here until recently. Really, what kind of nerves does she have? Stepping over the rubble, Tosaka is dusting off the bed by the window. Shiro, this way. We have to lie Saber down. It's pretty tiring being held by someone. Oh, yeah, I'll be right there. I lay Saber down on the old bed. How are you feeling, Saber? Can you still move okay? She looks dead and a half. She looks like super dead. Oh, oops, 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 oops! Did not mean to do any of that. Well, I guess we missed a response. Unless we can go back in history. There we go. Yes, since Shiro carried me here, it seems I can still sustain my body. I see. Then I guess there's only one problem left. It's been an hour. We should have a bit more time, even if Eliasville comes after us immediately. No, we might be able to hide here until morning if they have trouble finding us. Oh. Her mumbling reminds me. We were able to make it to this ruin, but what happened to Berserker and Archer? He remained at the castle to keep Berserker here. It's already been more than an hour, so Archer should have already retreated as well. Tosaka, what happened to him? Oh no. Oh no, not the coolest kid in town. Archer was the best. Tosaka doesn't answer. She just places her right hand on her chest as if holding something dear. That tells me of Archer's fate. Tosaka's command spell is on her right hand. The master and the servant are connected. As Saber sensed my danger, if the master can sense the life and death of their servant, Tosaka, Yeah, and I told him he just needed to buy us some time. He was arrogant to the very end. Aww! Archer's... You didn't even get to see much of Archer in this route. It kinda sucks. Tosaka murmurs as if laughing off a bad rumor. Silence follows. The silence that seems to last forever is... What? Tosaka, I can only see half of your face. But I won't let it be meaningless. Since I've lost Archer, I'll get Berserker here. Aborted by the sound of Tosaka punching her left hand with her right. Morning is over. I believe in acting if I have time to worry, since it's come... I believe in acting if I have time to worry. Since it's come this far, I'm going to make sure you're resolved as well. Resolved? For what? Resolved to beat Eliasville. Berserker, of course. We can't escape this forest with Saber, and it's going to take a long time even if we are able to heal her. Elia will catch us either way. Do you get it? For us to escape the forest with 3 of us, we have to defeat Berserker. If we can't, we'll just share Archer's fate. Beat Berserker? Berserker. That monster. Beat that whirlwind of death that nullifies every attack and destroys all that it touches in a single blow? I can't even imagine that. Anything that fights him will die. Tosaka must know that as well. Is she saying we'll beat that in spite? No, that's not right. What am I saying? Tosaka isn't saying we can't beat it. She has no such false hopes. I see. That's right, we're not going to beat him to win. I should have realized that immediately. Our only option is to beat him. It's just that, if we don't want to die, we have to beat that monster. There's a lot of redundancies in this translation. That's right, but it's not that hopeless. Even if it's Berserker, he should be wounded after fighting Archer, and I have all my reserve jewels, so if Saber recovers, I can come up with a few plans to beat him. Looking at it from the other side, since Berserker is wounded right now, don't you think this is our best chance to beat Eliasville? That may be true, but is there a way to heal Saber? Won't it be hard to treat her in a place like this? No, the location doesn't matter for Saber's treatment. Saber is just weakened by lack of magical energy. If we replenish her stocks, she should be able to use her abilities like before. So I assume she's just going to use some of her jewels. Because that would make sense. Hey now, Tosaka, have you forgotten? The problem is, I can't do that kind of magical energy replenishment. There is a way. Yesterday. It's the day before now, but I explained to you then. There is one more method than the sharing magic to give... other than sharing magic to give magical energy to your servant. Back then, well, I didn't say anything because I didn't think it would end up like this. Huh? I recall the conversation yesterday. She certainly did say... Well, a path should have been formed at summoning, so there may be other measures. Something like that. I remember. Something about there being another way since a path exists. Yes. You and Saber not only have a spiritual connection, spiritually connected path, but also a physical path. So there's no need to use difficult magic to give her magical energy. All you have to do is to give her energy. Huh? But I don't know of any way to do that. Hold on. You say the master gives magical energy, but how do I do that? Tosaka looks at me in surprise. She stares at me for a while and then tells me it's simple. Sleep. What? Is this what one of those H scenes are? Oh, I've been waiting for this day. I've been waiting. We're here. It's finally happening, everybody. I'm so happy. I could just cry. Oh. Sleep with her. Saber's a girl, fortunately, so it should be easy, right? So if Saber was a dude, well, that would be unfortunate. She says lightly. What? Sleep with her? That means... Because since Saber's a girl, it should be easy? What? Why are we playing funny music now? We're about to get it on. We don't need to play no funny music. Play some bow chicka wow wow. Hold on. Well, why are we going this way all of a sudden? What? What are you surprised about? Unison from sex is standard procedure. Oh my god. This is terrible. This is a sentence. 2 sentences I'm about to read. The semen of, of a magus is a cluster of magical energy. Don't you know that poor Magi sold their semen to the association? I don't even know what to say. I've already gained so much from playing this. I could stop playing now and be totally happy. We could stop right now. I'd be fine with anything. It'd be great. I didn't know that. Tantrism is a heresy, and the Baphomet is just superstition. I won't fall for such cajolery. Cajolery? What? Hey now, Tantrism is a genuine secret rite, and the Baphomet is a standard contractor. What are they talking about? I don't know what you're panicking about, but you said you were prepared earlier. Well, I mean, not that prepared. This is the only way we can survive, so don't give us too much trouble. Well, but it's not something that can be solved so easily. Jeez, we don't have time to be arguing. Archer was defeated, so Eliasville will be here soon. We need to heal Saber if we're going to survive. You know, we need all three of us to match Berserker, right? Oh, no. There's only one thing to do. I won't let Archer die in vain. I will make sure we make use of the chance he gave us in place of his life. So I'm going to use everything I can to survive. This is wonderful. This is wonderful! Tosaki yells at me. But the more she says, the more confused I get. I imagine really making love to her, and my head goes even more blank. Damn, my face is so hot that I know I'm blushing red. I'm blushing right now too, Shiro! But I can't help it. It troubles me if she suddenly says such a thing, and Saber is breathing wildly in the bed before me. I feel like I've wandered into another dimension and my head is mixed up. Oh, Tosaka, that plan won't work. Putting myself aside, Saber will definitely refuse. Saber would never give up her body just to replenish magical energy. Really? Then why don't you ask her? Tosaka's attitude doesn't change. What? I look over at the bed. You want to bang, Saber? Is that how that works? I look over at the bed. Still breathing heavily, Saber is looking at us without objecting to Tosaka. Saber? Oh, Jesus Christ. No, I would not mind, Shiro. And Saber says so in a shy voice. This is, quite honestly, the best thing to ever happen. That is a terrible betrayal. Why does she have to say that in a situation to take away my reasoning? If you're asking me if I want to make love to her, well, of course I want to. Saber is a girl. She's beautiful beyond belief, and if I didn't see her that way, I wouldn't have kept on escaping from my room into the shed. And that's why I think it's bad. I can still feel her in my hands. Her warm body, her sweating skin, and her light weight. All of it was in my hands until a moment ago. If I remember that, I'm sure I'll go after her body, not because I want to save her, but, just because I want her. This is... Just get to it already. What? You're so indecisive. Don't you want to have sex with her? This is so weird. Oh, are you impotent? That's not true. It's not that. I feel bad for Saber. This is no time to do such things. My head is blank and this is, my first time. I'm in such a panic that I don't even notice myself grumbling out loud. Oh, then you're already fine mentally. Well, I know how you feel, but just accept it for now. Tosaka steps closer to me. I prepare myself, but the enemy makes an unexpected move. I'm sorry, but we don't have time to slowly get you in the mood. Shiro, hold still. What's happening now? Tosaka reaches out. It happens in an instant. Tosaka grabs my face. Oh, I was about to say. What's happening now? Forces me to look at her and humbly kisses me. Blah! I can't breathe. My confusion reaches its peak, and I can't think at all. But it makes me realize that the sensation is rather unfair. Tosaka's lips are so soft. I think it's special to feel someone else's skin on my lips, but what I'm feeling now isn't skin, but flesh on flesh. Well, I'm not sure about that, Shiro, but, I get what you mean. Her lips are soft, and even though I can taste them, they're just sweet. Tosaka might not be used to it either, as our lips are just pressed together. I clearly feel Tosaka's body temperature. Her breath is hot. Why? This is so descriptive. Is it her... Nasu, why? Is it her saliva? Our wet lips exchange small amounts of water. Our touching noses are tickling, and all I can do is bear it. It's like for Shiro, it's some war. I guess this is what they mean when they say all men are animals. My head is still blank, but already I can't put my brakes on. Well, we're about to see some shit. I hope you guys are prepared for this, because there's going to be a bunch of blurry stuff, but I am going to read the awesome dialogue, which is the reason why I turned these on. Our lips part. Leaving me dumbfounded, Tosaka goes over to the bed. Have you calmed down? Sorry, I was drinking fine wine. It's contradictory. Tosaka's read herself, but she still speaks like that. Tosaka, you... This is great. Sorry, it was me. That's ridiculous. Why does she have to apologize? If someone needs to apologize, it's definitely me. Anyways, I have no intention of backing out now. You can just watch from over there. I don't think you can do it in your situation, so I'll help you out. Yeah. So you and Saber will feel more in the mood. Tosaka props herself up on my hands and climbs over Saber. What? Rin, what are you doing? Saber sounds confused. I'm helping. It seems you two aren't used to it, so I'm going to help you both. She smiles. She must have forcibly turned on her own switch with that kiss. Tosaka starts to run her fingers over Saber in a feverish motion. Oh. What? Tosaka? She doesn't even pause. As soon as Tosaka lies on the bed, she touches Saber, unable to move from fever with her fingers. Rin, hold on, Just let me handle this. It'll be hard for you to do it by yourself. I don't understand that. Shouldn't it be really easy? It's alright. You won't be able to think about anything soon. Tosaka's fingers reach Saber's chest. Aw, boob grabbing. Here, you have to get comfortable first. It'll just be stiff if you keep these on. I wonder, do I even have them on? Config. Instant effects. H scene's on! Yeah! They're on. Here, you have to get comfortable first. I'll take these off. Is her breathing from her hesitation? Saber looks up at Tosaka with her feverish face. And Tosaka starts to turn red and breathes wildly as if Saber's fever has been transmitted to her. Tosaka, I want to say, but my throat will not move. Is it because of Saber's breathing? Tosaka's finger movements themselves are seductive. She unties the blue ribbon and starts to undo the shirt, one button at a time. Flexible and refined movement without hesitation. Her fingers sequentially remove the armor from the knight, and it has a dubiousness of a ritual to expose the girl within. Rin, no more. We can't continue without taking any more off. I have to do it like a porno voice acting now. No, it's necessary. We're going to do that sort of thing. We have to warm your body through direct contact. Still breathing hard, Tosaka whispers into Saber's ear. Saber grabs onto Tosaka, as if to stop her, but she's under Tosaka's control, so she cannot fight against her. And as soon as the last button is unfastened, that's a boob. I desperately look away from the image before me, Saber's skin. The figure that I've tried so hard to not notice is bared before me. I close my eyes. I keep them shut with my will as they want to open by themselves. Is this going to be like a 60-minute sex scene? Nasu just going crazy with philosophy? Everything I've built up with Saber will crumble. I grit my teeth and endure my unknown urges in fear of that. No, Shiro, you have to look. We're going to start when Saber is ready, so you have to feel like it too. Feel like it? Just open your eyes. We're accomplices. We're going to love Saber, and have Saber save us in return. Or are you going to just sit there and watch? Tosaka's point is crazy. It's crazy. I'm just contradicting myself if I keep my eyes closed. I have to make love to her to save her. This is straight from... Are we sure fate is actually a serious thing? Or is this just all a jokey stuff? I'm not sure. Because that specifically says I have to make love to her to save her, so... I mean... I don't know, at this point. If I want Saber not to disappear no matter what, I have to accept this proposal. And I have already accepted it. Even though I have my eyes closed, I want Saber to stay, as proven by my choice of not running. So, I just can't close my eyes and do nothing. Is that okay? I want to be able to hold back if I open my eyes. Aha, did you hear that, Saber? Shiro's turned on just by looking at you. I would laugh too. Tosaka looks at Saber and my red faces and laughs. Yeah, but control yourself for a bit. You have to stay there until Saber is ready, until I tell you. Stay there and watch, Saber. Tosaka says so in a more passionate voice than Saber. I release a small breath. I have to forget about everything when I open my eyes. About Saber, about Tosaka. I have to forget about the trust between us and my life with Saber and make love to her to save her. God, it's so ridiculous. Just get to the dialogue already. I breathe deeply and clench my fists tight. I gather all my power to my abdomen and calm my mind so I won't be protruded by anything. And then... All my protective walls are torn down in an instant. They're doing stuff. I didn't know Tosaka was into that. Oh, jeez. The two colors entangled in each other. Yep, this is most definitely happening right now. The small body lying on top of a beautiful white girl like a sculpture. Fwa! Saber's lips are small. Just the touching of the lips. Tosaka's lips fall as if tasting her. How is it, Saber? It's almost gone, but can you taste Shiro? God, this is so stupid. Is she trying to say that's an indirect kiss? This is the most ridiculous thing I've read in a long time. Tosaka says something that could kill me from embarrassment. So this is Shiro's fluid. Yes! This is hilarious! And Saber drinks it with a heated voice. Drinks it? That's an interesting choice of words. No, Reen. I cannot tell. Please give me more. Saber pulls on Tosaka. Tosaka doesn't oppose it, and this time, they kiss each other deeply. Shiro is sweet. You're just as sweet as him, too. The red colors intertwine. As they lick each other's lips, the shining flesh joins. No, that's wrong. Saber's just being dominated by Tosaka. She has her tongue out and answering Tosaka's because Tosaka wants it. Saber is trembling and looking in confusion at Tosaka. Saber, stronger. Their hot breaths overlap. Tosaka gently feels Saber as if handling something precious. From her gently slopping chest to her navel, drawing a beautiful line of ridges. Reen, your hand is on my body. Of course it is. Her hand goes down even further and reaches the place, tightly closed off. Saber shakes a bit. Tosaka looks down at it happily. I just imagine Tosaka looking down, looking back up, be like, pretty good. Well then, let's start, Saber. She doesn't stop and sinks her fingers in between Saber's thighs. Interesting. Reen, not there! Why? What's there? I won't listen unless you tell me clearly. Say it clearly, loud enough so that Shiro can hear. Oh god, this is so bad. Saber's opposition softens. I'm going between this is so bad and this is hilarious, because it's, on one hand, this is actually hilarious. And on the other, I feel like this is bad. Tosaka pushes down Saber's body with heated breaths. But then, I won't stop now, even if you do say it. Oh god, Jesus. She sucks on Saber's lips. Come on, cry out more, that's not enough. It's like a drill sergeant. So Shiro and I will want to treat you wilder. This is so awful. Tosaka's body covers Saber's small body. I'm not saying some of this stuff. I'm surprised. I didn't think I swung this way. Oh my god. The picture I'm looking at right now is like Tosaka with her hand on her crotch and like them both looking into each other's eyes with their tongues hanging out. It's hilarious. Then she takes the finger resting on top of Saber's crotch and sinks it inside. Wow. What sound can be heard between her heated thighs? Sticky and slimy sounds. Oh no! Drops of the passionate juice that seems to symbolize the improper actions of two women. Are you saying you're alright? No, you're not wet enough. It'll probably hurt if you take Shiro like this, Saber. Oh my god. It's so worth it, but at the same time, I'm not sure. Her caress echoes through the room. Tosaka is... Oh! Oh, Tosaka is loving Saber's slit as if she's masturbating. We have to get it so wet that even your butt is wet. Oh my god, this gets much better as it goes on, actually. With an evil smile, Tosaka replies, What? My butt? Oh, it's okay if you don't want to, because it's only a problem for Shiro? For Shiro? Of course. Yours is so tight, even on my finger. If you do it like that, Shiro will certainly hate you. He'll just say it was just painful and it didn't feel good at all. Oh, this is wrong. Saber blushes not from the caress, but from embarrassment. Tosaka smiles and looks at her maliciously. So, what will you do? I'll stop if that's enough. It won't feel good at all, but I'll let Shiro take over. This is so... Oh, you don't like being touched in your vagina? So what do you want now? This is awful. I don't know what... This is just... I don't know what to think. Tosaka pushes Saber onto the bed and climbs on top of her even more roughly. Oh! Oh! Alright. I need an adult! I don't... It's, Tosaka licks the pink bud. Oh my god, this is... She struggles to get up. This is so bad. You feel good even though I'm fondling your breasts. Fondling your indecent parts and teasing you. No, I am not. Sweat start. Well, are we going to get to the dragon part? Is this the part where we get to experience the CGI dragon? Well, going to Saber slit and stirring is wet. Down to her wrist. Wow. It's Shiro's role from now on. And your pussy's so tight. Now they're just saying it. Your pussy is like it's freshly boiled. Literally says that. It looks so perverted. Can someone quote that from Reen? That's terrible. Well, there's nothing really interesting going on right now. We haven't. This is not really funny dialogue right now, I guess. Well, never mind. My thing is already erect and full of blood. My pants are tight. My dick is about to explode even though I'm not going to do it. Even though I'm not doing anything. It feels like I'll come even if I touch it. It smells like the place is wet. Your pants are tight already. Take them off and show us. Saber wants it, and I want to see your erect penis too. With the small amount of composure I've had left, I open my zipper. It is filled with blood and covered in veins, and looks ugly compared to Saber. Well... You know, just when I think the fun is over. The fun has only begun. Did you see that, Saber? That's going to go into you now. Are you nervous? Jesus Christ. I don't know what they're thinking. The two of them stare at my cock. Oh, I hope this is accurately translated. I really do. Alright. Very accurate. Very accurate. I like it. It's so tight now that I might rip my dick off. The pain stuffing my meat is like an awkward caress, and it drives me nuts. Please, I need your magical energy now, Shiro. I can hear a wet noise from behind me as well. Oh, what's Tosaka doing then? Yeah. Yep, that's what Tosaka is doing. Tosaka is masturbating noisily behind me. There's some funny parts every now and again, but this is not as funny as the memes made it out to be. I ejaculate the sperm that I held for so long into her. Oh, are we done? Are we done? Well, it looks like we're done with the sex scene. I cut a bunch of that stuff out because it was rather boring and uninteresting. It wasn't even a good sex scene, to be honest. So I don't know why they even put that in there. I felt that was underwhelming. I liked the dragon much better in the anime. And I mean that. I'm not joking. That's not an exaggeration. I mean, yeah, I saw some boobs, but dragon was way better. My body loses power. My body wants to rest from withstanding ejaculation for so long and from giving Saber my magical energy. As I happen to look up at the sky, it's getting brighter. Dawn is near. The one-night dream comes to an end. That's right, I have woken from my dream. This is no situation to remain in my lingering memory in any way. It was just a way to stay alive. So I have to think of this as a dream. Saber's voice, sensations, everything. I have to think of this as an unfulfilled dream, or I won't be able to live from now on. I mean, he did have a threesome with Saber and Tosaka. I mean, that's pretty good, I think. I think, if you could pull that off, you're doing good. And the battle between the two ends. They killed and exterminated each other with all their might, and it ended with the annihilation of the Red Knight. Oh, Jesus. The gorgeous hall is completely transformed. The floor is cracked in numerous places. Many walls have been knocked down. The stairs have collapsed, and the smashed marble has scattered in the wind. The space has been completely destroyed and leaving no trace of its former beauty. You could say it has also destroyed time. Because the remains of the destruction hide what the place looked like just 2 hours ago. In the middle of the destruction stands a suitable sculpture. It stands over 2 meters tall, looking like a figure of a man carved out of a large stone. It does not even need to be said. It is Eliasville's servant, Berserker. The giant does not move. His body is dyed in red and filled with holes. There is no place on the giant's body that is not wounded. First, both of his legs are almost melted. Second, there is the mark of a cut on his neck. Third, the arm is barely hanging on from his elbow. Fourth, he is slashed from his shoulder to his groin. Fifth, a large amount of blood is gushing out from his chest. Sixth, his internal organs can be seen at his stomach. Oh, jeez. Berserker does not move. It is only natural. It is a corpse, no matter how one looks at it. The battle itself has ended much earlier, but Berserker's master has forgotten to act. This result is too surprising and unexpected. She has to pursue her prey, but she is only looking at this scene in astonishment. Oh, she's angry? I can't believe it. Who was he? She murmurs angrily. The battle that took place here was nothing but humiliation for her. Her servant is the most powerful. There should only be 1 or 2 servants able to match Hercules, and the most famous of all heroic spirits. But Archer, a heroic spirit of unknown identity, has defeated him. The Red Knight has matched Berserker equally and has succeeded in killing Berserker, something no one has been able to do before. Such actions cannot be forgiven. For her, this is like being stabbed in the heart by a bug on the roadside. The pride of a girl who considers herself the strongest cannot allow her to be cornered by someone who should be stepped on, begging for sympathy. Jeez, that pisses me off. Getting defeated 6 times? You weren't going easy on him, were you? Jeez. This is crazy. The sculpture does not move. It might be unable to afford an answer, or perhaps it sees no need for one. Berserker just stands there and devotes himself to healing his wounds. This battle was too strange for him as well. His noble phantasm nullifies any attack. No attack can affect his body unless it is of the highest grade. So he rarely takes wounds. In the age of gods, no one can scratch him after he had accomplished his great deeds. But still, 6 times, Archer delivered a fatal blow 6 times. It does not even need to be said that every one of the attacks was by a different method. Even the greatest attack cannot be effective on Berserker twice. If one seeks strangeness, that is the strange part. If Archer is a hero with such varied abilities, his true identity should have been clear. But his true identity still remained unknown, even after his body was pulverized. What was really surprising was his way of being contradictory to that of a servant. A dim light grows in Berserker's eyes. If he had been summoned as a normal servant, he would have grieved that this battle deserved better. No matter who he really was, Archer was a rare great enemy. If he had not been mad, he would have matched sword techniques with Archer to his heart's content and passed a satisfying time. I won't forgive them. I will never forgive them. How could they insult me so? His master's voice echoes. With that, the small light of rationality vanishes. He is only a berserker now. His role is to defeat his opponent and crush them as his master pleases. Have you healed Berserker? He does not even need to answer. Wounds that are not fatal will be fully healed within a few minutes. But restoring everything would take 3 days. I can't wait that long. It's fine. We're going to go kill them right now. The giant silently objects. It is his instinct. Berserker has an intuition like Saber's when it comes to fighting. The enemy certainly can be mowed away easily, but it will be a different story if Servant Saber has recovered enough to use her noble phantasm. Berserker will not yield to a mere holy sword, but there is a small chance. His instinct tells him that if he is to fight that servant, he should engage her in perfect condition. What? 5 should be enough, right? They are no match for you even without the God Hand. Or what? Are you going to let them go after what? After they made fun of me so much? Right? I won't let anyone escape from my forest. Yeah, I'll go give you, Reen, and Saber. Wait. Yeah, I'll give you Reen and Saber. Kill them or wraith them. You do whatever you want with them. Oh, Jesus. She played the rape card. The girl jumps down from the stairs. Through the rubble, she walks to the exit without a care for the bloody berserker. In that moment, the girl stops once, as if remembering something. Then let's start the hunt, Basaka. But you can't kill Saber's master quickly, okay? I'm going to kill Shiro in the worst way possible. Smiling, the girl leaves the castle. The sun should come up soon. The forest is like her yard. No matter where her prey are hiding, it should be no problem for her to find them. As her targets, they only have a few minutes of life remaining. Or do they? I gave Saber some of my powerful magical semen. I think that should restore her abilities almost immediately. So, I don't know why, but I was forced to leave the ruin. It's fine that I shared my magical energy with Saber, but Tosaka pushed me out, saying that girls have adjustments afterwards. Changing and all that. Damn, what is she saying? Guys have a lot of stuff, too. I grumble, leaning against the wall. It sounds like an excuse because it is. I'm not going to touch that with a 50-foot pole. I look up at the sky. Is it almost dawn? The sky in the east is getting redder, and the forest is slowly getting lighter. The forest is calm and quiet. When it's this quiet, I can't believe we are being pursued or that we were doing something like that until a moment ago. Ugh. Remembering, I frantically shake off my lust. I have to forget about it for now. I won't survive if I'm submerged in thoughts of her sensations. More than anything, it's impolite to Saber. After all, I'd made love to Saber to save her. So I shouldn't have any other emotion for her. No matter how soft Saber is and how good it felt, that was... I'm a big liar. I can't deceive myself about it with excuses like that. I can't forget Saber's sensations. But I have to forget about them for now. Jeez, this is no time to worry about such things. What we should be worrying about right now is how to take on Berserker. That's right, I have to do whatever I can. He told me that at the very end. I remember Archer's back. I could never let him, but all of his words have stuck in my head. I stare at a tree branch. There are only a few things I can do. Even if it isn't much right now, I can only do them to the best of my abilities. I pluck a handy branch. I also find a few more branches that are straight. Shiro, we're done, so come in. I hear Tosaka's voice. I return to the ruin carrying the branches I found. Well, the only other problem is whether I'm able to face Saber like I did before after something like that. This way, Shiro. Rin has something to tell you. I guess such worries were only on my part. Saber is acting resolutely as always. She must have completely accepted the incident, unlike me. Yeah, I'll go right away. Damn, I won't lose. It's so stupid to be the only one blushing, so I'll try my best to act calm. You're finally here. Then I'll start the strategy meeting, but we won't have spare time to argue. There are only a few ways to defeat Berserker, so can you listen to my side first? Saber and I nod. We're gonna have sex with Berserker. No. The plan is pretty simple. We won't be a match with ordinary tactics. We need to execute a surprise attack to win. And if we do that, the absolute requirement is that we kill him in one blow and don't let him counterattack. I feel the same way. Even if I do exchange blows with Berserker, I will not be able to deliver a fatal one. If we are to defeat him, we should do outside of battle. Outside of battle? You mean we'll attack Berserker before he notices? Well, you're right that it's reckless to fight him straight on, but the plan is even more reckless. He's not the type that allow us to take him by surprise. Yeah, we won't make any optimistic plans that assume we can get near Berserker without being noticed. They have Elia's field. She'll sense Shiro and Saber's presence easily. I'm fine since I can hide my presence. Huh. I don't know how it works, but Elia can feel Saber in my presence, huh? If Tosaka is the only one who can hide, then don't tell me you're going to be the one doing the surprise attack. Of course, you're the one she's after the most, and I'm the best suited for this role. Leave it to me to slash Berserker from behind. You say so, Berserker can't be caught that off guard. Of course not. That's why I'm going to have Saber create an opening. Saber, how much have you recovered? Normal battle should not be a problem, but I should avoid using my Noble Phantasm. With the amount of magical energy Shiro gave me, I will no longer be able to maintain my body the instant I use my Noble Phantasm. Even if I do use it, I will not be full force, so I do not think it would be able to defeat Berserker. Yeah, that's more than enough. I'll have to fight Berserker, Shiro... I'll have to fight Berserker. Shiro as well, of course. And I'll watch while hiding. I'm only an extra for Elia's field, so I think she'll assume I've run away if I'm not there. Okay, well, I think that's the problem, but... I think that's possible, but... If the probability's low, raise it. Wait, what is it with that smug face on Reen? I don't even know. You seem to be on good terms with Elia's field, so you may be able to trick her. Tosaka looks at me meaningfully. I have some objections, but I'll take that. Elia would believe me if I told her you ran away. I don't think she would doubt anyone. But there's still a problem. I am fine fighting Berserker, but I cannot have Shiro do the same. Shiro cannot stand Berserker's attacks. Well, I did almost get ripped in half that one time. I'm not telling Shiro to go hand-to-hand against Berserker. Shiro will support you from the back. Nice phrasing! It's going to be difficult for Saber to fight Berserker alone, so help her when she's in trouble. Ridiculous. Ridiculous? Ridiculous. Shiro does not excel in magic like you do, Reen. How would he be able to support me? Shiro will think of a way. But, well, there won't really be any room for a master to interfere against Berserker. Even I wouldn't be much help if I did something. But we don't have enough to spare to let anyone stay idle. I know Saber is done for if Shiro dies, but I'll still have him do this. After all, this battle is a gamble from the very beginning. That is true. Saber grows silent with a troubled face. As Tosaka is silent too, she must know she's saying something rather unreasonable. The two concern is only natural. That night I met Saber. When we were attacked by Berserker, I could only use my body to defend her. There's a high probability that would happen again, so I should stay away from the battlefield, but I would have no intention of doing that, even if she didn't tell me to be there. I know. I'll do something to back her up. Huh? Whoa, were my words that surprising? I just have to support her from a distance, right? Then I think I'll be able to do something. Saying that, I hold up the branch I just collected. The length is perfect. The flexibility is good as well. This is the first time I've done this kind of strengthening. but I don't think there's any flaw in the principle. The point is, I just need to keep reinforcing it until it becomes a real one. And for this, I also have a reference since he had one too. And on top of that, magical energy has been flowing in my body for a while now. I just have to repeat the usual process. Analyze the basic structure and modify it. Analyze the composition materials and reinforce them. But that's not enough if the original is a branch and the finished product is his bow. I have to imagine it from the concept of creation. If I am to get it close enough to the real one, I have to formulate every hypothesis, at least in my head. I open my eyes. The branch is shaped right, but man, it's not even close. It's ugly and crooked. But I know it will work as a bow. I just have to make arrows in the same way. Shiro, that was... Yeah, I think I got the hang of it after the thing with Shinji. You said so too, that I shouldn't strain myself too much. I see. Well, it's good that we have a way to attack, so it's enough for me. Going back to the original topic, I will have you fight Berserker. I'll get on top of a tree beforehand and watch from above. When Saber creates an opening in Berserker's defense, I'll skewer Berserker from above with all of my reserve jewels. It's a simple plan. Tosaka's expression asks for questions. Jewels. Is that your magic? But a normal magic will not harm Berserker. We need a full purity attack to injure him. I know. So in other words, we need an attack with an A rating, right? Saying that, Tosaka takes a jewel out of her pocket. What is that jewel? This is like my savings I've been building up since I was small. One of these can instantly generate an A rank great magic. I had 10, but I used one on you. I see. If it is the magic from that time, Berserker will certainly not be able to block it. He does not have magic resistance like I do. Even if it is magic, an A rank will penetrate him without any problems. That's right. I thought about using it in small amounts, but I can't be saying things like that now. I'll give Berserker 2 or 3 of these. Tosaka sticks out her chest in confidence. But, hey, aren't you being a bit stingy? I feel the same way. I should not be saying this, but I believe you should be generous enough and at least use half of these. Ugh. What? It's my business, right? Do you guys know how hard it is to save this much? Saber and I protest silently. Tosaka's life depends on this as well, so it won't be funny if she gets stingy and we end up failing because of that. Fine, I'll use half of them, okay? Come on, I just wanted to say that. I get what you guys are saying too. Anyways, that's the plan. Now we have to find somewhere where I can hide and where it'll be easy for Shiro to support Saber. Let's find a good spot before Iliasfield gets here. Yeah, we can't stay in this ruin now. As Tosaka says, all that's left is to find a spot to wait for Berserker. But before that, I'm worried about Saber. I'm worried about Tosaka. I think this one's quite obvious. Being worried about Saber. I don't think anything's happening with Tosaka right now, so... I mean, she really just watched us have sex, so... I think she's fine. I wonder if Saber's really alright. She says she will have no problems fighting, but isn't it hard on her because Berserker, when she was so weak before? No, I'm more worried about her noble phantasm. I will not be able to maintain my body if I use it. Saber said that. That means that Saber will disappear the instant she uses that sword. Saber. Yes? What is it, Shiro? Can you promise me one thing before we fight? Yeah, I do not mind if it is something I can do. Okay, I don't want you to use your noble phantasm no matter what situation we end up in. It's a serious matter if we use that on the ground, and I don't want you to disappear even if we can defeat Berserker with it. Yes, I understand. I do not intend to use the noble phantasm either. I do not think I will be able to defeat Berserker with the amount of magical energy I have, and more importantly, I will not be able to maintain the Holy Grail if I disappear. Saber declares so. That makes me happy. Alright, you're the same as always. I'm relieved that you're so sickingly calm. What is that supposed to mean, Shiro? You know, just thumbnail material, that's all. No, it doesn't mean anything. Let's just go outside. Tosaka will complain at us again if we're late. You're right. Seems to be Rin's hobby to complain at you. Saying such an ominous thing, Saber heads to the exit. Then, Saber's body falls forward as if she tripped on something. I quickly grab her hand. Come on, watch your feet. Things are scattered around, so you have to watch. Hey. Saber is blushing awkwardly. Saber? What? Is something wrong? No, it is not that, but if you were holding my hand, Oh god. Saber blushes even more. Her figure looks like me from earlier. Oh, I blush too. Her hand in mine, I vividly recall Saber's sensations. Pull away quickly. Unable to say anything, we just stand there. But let's go outside. We have to go, and we won't have much time. That's right. Let us hurry, Shiro. We start to go with that forced conversation. Once we go outside, we won't return here. I look back at the ruin for the last time and head to the battlefield, suppressing my beating heart.